I mean, I think maybe we should just hang out and dance, party, yo, right? I also feel like my sound is not working. Oh, it's totally working. Okay, cool. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the open source stream. Today we are looking at Django and a little bit of Python, a little bit of GitHub, a little bit of Django girls. Um, I am your host, Rain Leander. I am a developer advocate with Cockroach Labs, where I would love to help you program using CockroachDB. Um, and that is the shortest intro I've ever done. That's my name. That's my name. That's my name. There we go. That's my name. I'm just grooving on this music, y'all. Let's just leave it real quiet in the background the whole time. If it gets too annoying, let me know. I'll think about taking it off. Think about it. Um, so my introduction to Django, by the way, I'm a Python developer. My jam is Python. But my whole introduction to Python was actually through Django girls. I am a non-binary individual. I identify with pronouns. I prefer the pronouns they them, but definitely was born with a uterus. And one of the reasons that I found okay, music a little bit too loud. Can you be quieter? You're just okay. No. Shh. It's cool. It's cool. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. It's cool. Um, so years ago, story time with Rain. Once upon a time, this guy, this person, had a child in the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands, you're allowed to switch to part time if you have a child, at least for a few years. I think it's 8 years. Um, and I was like, oh, I might want to switch to part time. I might want to see what this part time parenting is all about. And so my job at the time could not be part time. So the company I worked for, Red Hat, was like, okay, your new job is to find a new job within Red Hat or outside of Red Hat. And so I started doing all this exploration. What did I really want to do? What did I really enjoy? And I really missed coding. At the time, I was a technical account manager. I did a lot of specialized support, and I really missed coding. I had done web development for years and years, but all of my knowledge was super ancient at this point. I had been doing what I do for 5 years at that point. So I knew that even if I went back to web development, I would need to brush up on my language. So I was like, well, why not just study relevant programming language anyway? So one of the projects that I dove into was Django Girls, which is this. Actually, that's not the official website. Where's Django Girls? Um, yeah, I just happened to be looking through like what was I? I was looking through the DevConf tutorials, DevConf Czech Republic, and Matt something. I completely forget. I'm blanking on his last name right now, but Matt had done this intro on Fedora where he was like, we're not diverse enough. We need to invest in these projects like Django Girls and Rails Girls and really diversify our contributors and blah blah blah. And I was like, what's Django's Girls? um, so this was my introduction. This was my pathway. I there happened to be a workshop happening that weekend that happened to have space for one more. And so I show up, and of course I'm a Linux developer. I'm a Linux support engineer, so I know how to use Vim, I know how to use GitHub. They were kind of freaked out by me, but I was a complete noob when it came to Django and Python, and this was my introduction. So try to ignore the gender if you don't happen to identify as a woman or a girl. Um, it's a great introduction. Their tutorial, it's online, 100% open source, and basically they really gently walk you through, um, yeah, Django, but not just Django. So it's a really good intro to quite a few technologies. There's um, introductions to Django, introduction to Python, introduction to command line terminal use, introduction to GitHub, and then I want to say they introduce you to an IDE. I think it's Atom, or it used to be Atom. Installing Python in the code editor. Yes. Stop it. Stop. Okay, we're not playing a YouTube. Stop it. Okay. Um, let's look at the Chromebook. Yeah. So quite a few different IDEs. This is for running a virtual system within. But to me, it's brilliant. It's a nice intro to a lot of different technology. They're a Linux developer. They know the kernel. Yes. Hi, Adrian. It's good to see you on a Monday morning. Also, this is not normally when I stream on Mondays, but there's a rather large workshop happening this afternoon. So, howdy, howdy. So, I'm glad you could join me in the morning. Thank you. Totally drinking my tea. Also, the cool part about this tutorial is this is a Virgin laptop. So I'm just gonna go through and see how far we get. One of the things that I would like to do for the future. Oh, that's awesome! So cool. So I'm super jealous. Three of my colleagues are in New York City right now, our team of four. And I'm the only one here. Why wasn't I invited to New York? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Um, but yeah, Adrian. Oh, wait, you said we. Did you mean Atticus is there too in the co-working space? So now we're just gonna wait for the comment. Aww. See, now I'm super, super jealous. I mean, it would be great to see you all, but it would be awesome to see Atticus. This is happening. It'll happen. All right, so let's play with Django. Django! I mean, it's a pretty awesome statement. All right. Uh, thank you. So good to be here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'll remember that. So when I refer to you, I'll refer to you as they them. I like it. So the other reason I love Django Girls is also because um I ended up so like I took the workshop, but then I also ended up being a coach for workshops and then speaking at the workshops and being like, this is my programming path, you can too, kind of thing. For this blog, you create for this project, you create a blog. And it's fairly simple. One of the things I like about this workshop is it takes about a 4 hour time span. But then at the end of the workshop, there's like next steps. Um, and one of the things, so lots of extensions like these, and adding more to your website, securing a website, actually adding a database. because right now, I want that highlight. That's so annoying. So right now, the way the tutorial is set up, it doesn't actually attach a website. You're just interacting locally and hard coding everything. This has a Postgres installation. I would love, love, love to write a CockroachDB extension to this tutorial. That will be next time. But yeah, little things. This is the reason I'm such a fan. Okay, so introduction, writing a blog post. What's the beginning? How the internet works. Following the tutorial at home. There is a YouTube channel. It's very, very old. It's at least 2 years old. It was running more regularly pre-COVID. COVID kind of shut it down. Hopefully this will help revitalize something. Okay. Skip this chapter and go to how the internet works. Noted. But I want to do the pre-install. Oh, just go to how the internet works. Okay. Chromebook setup. We already know how to use command line. I already know how to use command line. If you want to look into it, it's in here. Python is already installed. Why are you at the bottom? Yep. Spell version correctly. There we go. But the instructions are on here, and I love that they have the different versions. A code editor, I use Vim. That's what I meant when I said IDE. They recommend either Visual Studio Code, gedit, Sublime Text, Atom. I've used Atom before. I love it. A code editor helps you kind of see things more clearly. Like as you're coding along, it highlights things in color, and sometimes it prompts you because it knows what your next line or word should be. Oh, this I do need to do though. The virtual environment and actually installing Django. Django, by the way, I did not even do this. Django is a web framework for Python. So in using Django, you are automatically using Python as well. It's not its own language, but it's made specifically for making quick little websites, quick little apps, which are the same thing these days. Just saying. Where were we? There we are. Okay, create a virtual environment called a virtual env. It isolates a second. You can tell that I actually have a different environment running, so I don't know if these are going to conflict, but we'll see what happens. And I've already made a directory and gone into it. So I'm just going to go into the thing. And it should change. That's weird. I was kind of expecting it to change this section of the line to them, but it didn't. But that's cool. Let's see what it says. Oh, maybe because I didn't activate. There it is. There it is. So this is what I was looking for. That section. So now I'm a virtual environment inside of a virtual environment. Okay, it works. It even told me, you know you're working when you have that. Okay, now install Django. So this line is making sure that we have pip installed and that it's the latest version. I'm pretty sure it already is. Oh, but now it is within my virtual environment. First, create a requirements.txt file inside of the Django or Django Girls folder using the code editor that you installed earlier. You do this by opening a new file in the code editor, saving it as requirements.txt in the folder. Yeah, there's my Vim. So this was to txt? Yes. And we want to add this line. And then by doing a pip install and pointing to the requirements file, your virtual system is going, oh, well, if this is required, here you go. This is the installation. So we could have put a lot more in that requirements file and it would have installed whatever we said was required. Git, I already have installed. Yeah. I already have a GitHub account. Ta-da! Oh, that's huge. Just kidding. Just kidding. Apparently it was already listening to me. Be huge. Okay, and then Python Anywhere is what they actually use to deploy. So similar to Heroku or Netlify, Python Anywhere is another option for deploying your application. I'm pretty sure I already have a Python Anywhere account. Let's see if I remember stuff. I think it's in it. Let me just sign up for a new one. Create a beginner account. That's me. Let's not share our email with the world, Leander. Or our password. Boop, boop. Oh, my username's already taken. Okay. So, Rain Leander. Forgotten password. Very much forgotten. Let's see if. Hey, it remembers me. See, this is when we need music. Soft, soft music. Gentle, quiet. So if you have any questions while I'm going along, feel free to ask in the chat. I don't have the chat. Excuse me, apparently I can't type and type and talk at the same time. Words are hard. Okay, here we are. We're now in Python anyway. Wow. I can probably delete this stuff. I don't even know what's on here. It's been a while. You can have databases on here? Oh, MySQL or Postgres. Okay, so we have a Python Anywhere account. All right. Creating a Python Anywhere API token. Okay. Whoa. I don't have an API token yet. I clearly have not done this in a while. Okay. I need to... Okay, I'm going to save this. It doesn't say to save it, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Because I don't have a good memory. I don't know about you. I don't have a good memory. Okay. So, how the internet works. Nope. Yes. Okay. Cool. Cool. Awesome. That's how the internet works. Welcome to the internet. All right, command line. This is command line. How did I get comfortable on command line? So command line is one of those things that it's absolutely necessary if you're using Linux as your operating system, and that Linux operating system is not of the Ubuntu flavor. So a lot of Linux operating systems are heavy command line use. It's one of the reasons it's kind of a larger barrier to entry. But if you learned command line, it opens up a lot of technologies for you. I strongly recommend getting comfortable with using your terminal or your command line interface, no matter what operating system you're using. This happens to be OS X. Oh, my first command. I get to do a command? Who am I? Like it. Ta-da! That's me. That's my username that I used to log on to this operating system, which is a Mac. It's gonna do, yeah, PWD. Your, oh, it totally has this. So this is the manual page for PWD. Knowing how to open the man page of commands within command lines is vitally important. Like if you, for example, if you're doing an installation, if you're confused about what a command means or the possible options that commands might have, the manual page, man, will have all of that data in it. And quit? Yeah, you press Q to quit, to get out of it. Oh, and this tutorial happens to be really good at that. Yeah, so my list of things here in this directory is kind of sad because I've only got the 3. But if I went to here, I've got a lot of junk in my trunk. LS, I want to say, is a list. Okay, we'll go to desktop. Why not? Oh, right. Nothing in here. Nothing on my desktop. Nice. Creating a directory, make directory. I do not want to make this in my desktop, but I'll make it here. And see, I love that this tutorial like goes into some things that will be good to use outside of this tutorial. It's not just to this tutorial, but also beyond. Like this, one of the reasons I love this tutorial is because the skills that you learn here will help you in a broad range of programming and technical jobs. Okay. In your newly created practice directory, create a directory called tests. Okay. Ta-da! CD practice, make directory, ls. See? I leave messes. I totally leave messes. All right. Oh, it once is in the desktop. There. Oops. There, we're in the desktop. Okay. Wait, didn't we just do that? This whole thing? Okay. Where are we? Yes, so we're cleaning up. So check where you are. Oh, and then you were supposed to delete the practice directory. Please hold. I wonder how it actually wants us to do this. Yeah. Oops. Ta-da! Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yes, because before I put the star after it, so the star after it would just remove everything in the practice directory, but if you take out the star and the slash, then it'll delete the directory and everything inside of it. All right. And then, yes, so that's how you would normally exit, I guess. Let's go into our, oh no! Right, I just killed my virtual environment. Cool. So I have to reopen my virtual environment, which was the MyVemf, which was in the installation, which was in, yes, this section. Okay. Okay. For some reason, my Vem is still going. I should just be able to activate it. Wait, activate it. There. This. There we go. All right. All right, so we've done the installation. We're on Python installation. We've already done the installation for Python. It's already in there. Yeah. So, and we're skipping the code editor because I'm comfortable with Vim. You use what's good for you. The instructions are in here for installing 4 different IDEs. And then here's our introduction to Python. So, just to point out, it doesn't have okay. So, that's our first Python command. Python can do maths. 2 to the power of 3, use double stars. This is how you print out strings. I am not. Okay, I'll go over this. Oh, I like this. Dot upper, yeah? Yeah. That makes all of my letters uppercase. And the len tells you the length of a string, or really anything. Ooh. I love this. So it also, you're going to run into a lot of error messages, and one of the important things in application development work is being able to stay calm when you receive an error message, because you're going to get a lot, and also to then troubleshoot those errors. So I love that this has, you know, let's make some errors. So it's saying that the integer has no length. So you could write it up as a string. The other way you could do this, I think, is you could put quotes around it, and that would make it a string, and therefore you'd get the same. And you can also use single quotes for this. That makes it a string. But you'll notice that by putting the str before the integer, it turns that integer into a string. All right. Name equals rain. And then when we type name, it does rain. You'll notice that we can change that variable. And then it'll be something else, but I like rain. And then we can see that I'm 4 characters long. And then it goes into variables. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, that's cool. Again, going into what would happen if you mistyped your variable. And then printing and lists. And I'm going through this quickly so we can get to Django because it's already 11:35. Dictionaries and lists, by the way, are very, very important within Python. Learn them, love them, use them, because you're gonna use them a lot. So I'm gonna kind of skip over the rest of this. It's very long. You should have a cupcake. This is a tricky chapter. You should feel proud of yourself. We're definitely proud of you for making it this far. You might want to briefly do something else. Stretch, walk around, rest your eyes before going over to the next chapter. Or have a cupcake. One of the Django girls workshops that I sponsored, I totally sponsored cupcakes because I was like, yes, because it's even in the tutorial. Dang it. Okay. Django, free and open source web application framework written in Python. A web framework is a set of components that helps you develop websites faster and easier. You want authentication, a management panel, forms, a way to upload files. This is something that Django can do very easily, where you just basically call different components. It's pretty cool. I'm not going into that. You can read it. I already have the virtual environment. We've activated it. Now we're installing. Nope, we've already installed Python and pip. And we did the requirements and it installed it. Okay, cool. We're good. I feel like a little bit like a little kid. Just saying. This right. That's not what I want to copy. I want to copy this. So we're working in Django, even though the tutorial says to work in Django Girls. So that's what we actually want to copy. Oh. Feel like it's that? Yes. Yay! That's nice. Hi. That's how easy it is. You did it. We do have a directory structure that looks like that. Isn't that cool? Let's make some changes to my site /settings.py. And you're going to change the time zone to Europe, Berlin. Okay. Now, little trick. Let's say you're not quite sure of the file name. You can tab complete. Where's my time zone? There it is, UTC. Okay, it's going to be something like America's New York City. Oh yeah, by the way, the founders of Django Girls are a pair of Polish women named Olga. Thank you. America. 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 Is there America Detroit? Nope. Yes! Hello, America Detroit. Ta-da! Ooh, if you want to switch your language, EN for English or DE for German. This looks like German Chinese. Dude, that's so cool. Oh, CH is Swiss. Okay. Good to know. underneath the static URL entry, add a new one called static root. Okay. Oh, look at that. It totally installs SQLite. Noted. I keep closing it just because it's like my fingers do that. When debug is true and allowed host is empty, the host is validated against localhost 127.0.0.1, your home. This won't match our host name on Python Anywhere once we deploy our application, so we'll change the following settings. So this way it runs on both home as well as Python Anywhere. I should just stop closing it. Oh. Thank you. Okay, don't save and close, just flip. We're not using a Chromebook. It's having us use SQLite as our database. Okay, and then it has me running stuff on the local, so now we can save and exit, of course. All right, to create a database for our blog, we're basically saying for it to look at the manage py file and create. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, that works. Ta-da! That's so cool. Ta-da! That's our Django. I don't know why that makes me so happy. So yeah, that's it. All right, it is now 11:45. I tell you what, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day early because it is Monday, and that is a nice place to stop. Let me see what's next. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go into object-oriented programming and yeah. So we're gonna create a blog post or a blog from this. But I just want you all to just go in here and play. One of the things I'm gonna do is figure out how to do this with CockroachDB, and then we'll have another, and then I'll submit it to the Django Girls Tutorials extensions. Let me know if you're interested in this. Let me know if you play and you run into any issues. This has been the open source stream, open source that, where we played with Django today. If you run into any questions, feel free to check me out, mostly at Rain Leander. We do, just a second, I can do this. I can multitask, I swear. Ta-da! Wait, no, that's fine. Be sure to subscribe to youtube.com/cockroachdb. Um, yeah, and if you run into any issues, I am on our community Slack. I'm answering questions this week on our forum. And yeah, I'd basically like to help you get started. My name is Rain Leander. I'm a developer advocate with Cockroach Labs, and this has been the open source stream. Today we explored Django. Next week, what are we doing? It's a great question. Great question. Let me look that up. What are we doing next week, Leander? Well, so thank you for asking. Next week, we're going to work with our CockroachDB sample app. And I think I know exactly which one we're going to play with because I just finished it today. It'll be working with Netlify, TypeScript, and React. And we're going to build a little leaderboard. It'll be fun. It's not that pretty, but it works, and it's another way to demonstrate how CockroachDB and TypeScript, React, Netlify, how a TypeScript application interacts with CockroachDB. We use Netlify to deploy it. We use React to make it pretty on the front side. And yeah, we'll play with that next week. Tomorrow is a friend of mine's, Adrian Howard's Casual Coding Tuesdays, where he's going to play with something interesting. And then on Thursday morning, our colleague Raphael is going to do a Watch Me Work on Twitch. And on Friday is Playing with Roaches. We're going to play with a game created by Dev Sisters. I'm super excited. And then Friday afternoon is Large Data Bank. Jordan is going to do something amazing, probably with Go, probably with CockroachDB. Can't wait to find out. Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, I will turn this music up and end it with a dance. Because why not?